Not a lot of people know this, but there are 3 things that Jesus hated: sin, fig trees, and water. Why, he wouldn't even go in, and he walked on top of the water just to avoid touching it. And he took fishermen who were surrounded by water, and he took them away from fishing and turned them into fishers of men. You can fish for men without being on top of the evil water, you see? He wants that for all of us. Don't go into that water. Don't go near it. Fish for men.
I don't think there's any evidence that water is necessary, both from a historical perspective and from a contemporary science perspective. Like, if you really think about it, there's no recorded videos of any water predating 1900.
The first myth that we want to debunk is that the earth is mostly water, which is not true. Everybody repeats that all the time, but it's clear, like, if you're a person, like, it only takes your eyes to be able to, like, look around and say, like, obviously the earth is mostly land.
At the top of his career, my father, Dr. Scranton, was often referred to as revolutionary or a real fire spitter, or outrageously inappropriate in faculty meetings by several expert leaders in his field. Big Water did not agree, and many of his detractors were funded by organizations that supported the giving of water to human beings, such as the Nestle Corporation or Peace Corps.
I worked at the water department from early 1989 to I guess it was just later in 1989, and I conducted some experiments to actually determine how much water the human body actually needed, and I deprived test subjects of water for weeks at a time. I still contest they died of natural causes.
The second myth that the Dry Earth Society wants to debunk is that human beings need water. We're like indoctrinated from a young age that we need water to survive, and like that is just not true. This idea that like we are mostly water, we're not. Like, do you see water on me? Like, no, I'm a person. I'm made of like flesh and bones. I'm not made of water, right? There's all these things like we just say over and over and over, and they're just not true, right? So it's like the idea that not only like you have to have water to survive, but that the only drinkable water is coming out of your taps.
Water is a chemical. Like, water is made up of 2 hydrogens and an oxygen. And we all know how dangerous oxygen can be. And we all know how dangerous hydrogen can be. I mean, just think about putting them together and then putting that in your body. I don't think so.
So you're saying like, we need water to survive. We're surrounded by water. But the only drinkable water, the only water you're allowed to drink is supplied by the government. I mean, really. Like, I mean, I just think, like, you have to be pretty dumb to be taken in by this stuff, right? So it's like, okay, so you've got the government saying, like, we have to have water to survive, so we're, like, drinking this water. Well, obviously, it's because they want to control us, you know? I mean, it's all about controlling people.
I also want to address the false information that the human body is made up of some disproportionately large amount of water. I mean, look at your own body. Like, touch your own body. Where is it? Where is it? People say, oh, it's in your eyes, it's in your mouth, it's in your cells. I mean, I have no evidence of ever seeing that. Scrape off a little skin and put it under a microscope. You don't just see water. You don't just see a lake or a pond. People just believe what they're taught. And what you're taught is wrong.
A poster on Reddit once gave my father a gold coin for his expose on just what Big Water has been up to. But it didn't take long for Big Water to close in. My father's funding was cut. His TikTok account was hacked by teenage girls intent on distracting the American people with cleavage-exposing dance videos. And why? Because he had stumbled upon a truth that most Americans are afraid of, but they know in their hearts that nobody needs to drink 6 glasses of water a day, that it's a lie. I myself have persisted mostly on Mr. Pibb and Boone's Farm Strawberry Daiquiri since the age of 3, and I'm doing just fine. My family's doing just fine.
Something else Dr. Scranton and I uncovered in our research, something that Big Water wants to keep a secret. Well, I got something coming for them. They've been dumping their excess water in neighborhoods for many years now. Water that they claim, and if you ask the city or the state governments, they will claim that this is just river runoff or stream runoff, but I have it on good authority this is not just stream runoff. They've been doing this for years. I'm at a point right now, I'm going to point out it has not rained for months, and the trail behind me, perfectly dry, right? Look at this. Look at this. You see that? Do you see that? What is that? What is that? Yeah, you're damn right. You're damn right.
It's like when you stop drinking that, then that's like when you get your psychic powers back. So it's like you start being able to bend space and time and really start being able to like sense things like we're meant to sense things. And so it's like that's what the government doesn't want you to be able to do.